Frozy, welcome back to the channel, man. Happy to see y'all. Y'all better be happy to see me. Welcome to episode 2 of the lead up. Yes, we are approaching. You heard that? I said episode 2. We are approaching this mega pay-per-view very fast. It's the week of. The energy is high. Go to TBL right now. Go check out Hollow versus Jazz Face Off. I conducted that. Also, Daylight versus Nitty. I also conducted that face off. They're on the TBL Battle League channel. But today, we're going to key in on a few good matchups, just like we did in episode 1, that I think need a little bit of talking about. It's important. Breaking these battles down. Freezing A. Smith. You already know what type of bag I get into. We're going to just keep it in between the lines. Right? Well, the battle I've been thinking about was Mike P. Charlie Clips. Yes, Mike P. versus Charlie Clips. This battle is important for a few reasons. Now, Charlie usually get mad at me anytime I speak about him. I've noticed that. Every time I see him in person, whatever city we in, he walk right up to bros. Hey, you better get him. You heard what he said in that interview? Right? He don't never hear the good stuff I say. But also, I like to think that I keep it respectful because as long as we keep it within the lines of battle rap, just your craft, pardon me, what you do in the ring, we always being respectful as long as we do that. And I respect all these brothers as men. Charlie versus Mike P. First, we want to start off with Mike P. You know, Mike P, a couple years ago, took his career in his own hands. And listen, he's won some battles. He's had some close battles. He's had some good, debatable battles, some solid performances, some okay performances. But all in all, he looks happy battling. That's important for a battler. Your morale, how you feel, the pressure, right? Well, when you're your own manager, you're your own overseer, right? Take the pressure off you a little bit. Well, all the pressure is basically put on you by yourself. Sometimes that's the easiest, could be tough, the easiest pressure to handle. The self-anointed pressure, right? You know what you need to do. Ain't nobody sitting above telling me, I ain't going to book him for 4 months if he loses this. But you don't got to worry about that. Represent yourself. Right. That's what Mike P has done the last 2 years since he's made the decision. I like to call, LeBron, the decision, Mike P. And kudos to Mike P. He's become a better battle rapper, in my opinion, for that. Right? More fun to watch. He seems more comfortable in the ring. He's also a wild card. Right? He's a wild card. Meaning, you'll probably name a bunch of battlers that you might like more or that you feel is more talented than Mike P. Maybe have a better skill set than him, in your opinion. But the reason why Mike P is a wild card is any given night, he can hit a level. And he can make it difficult for anybody if he gets there. Now, how consistently he gets to that level, it's depending. But he gets to that level, and when he gets to that level, Mike P is a dangerous mother, you know what? You don't gotta like him, respect him. And who's he standing across from? Well, the future Hall of Famer. First ballot. Remember I said A Ward was like the Danny Garcia of battle rap. Charlie's like the Vince Carter of battle rap. If you were around long enough, you remember when he was one of, if not the best in the game. Most explosive player in the game. Most fun to watch player in the game. But for you new guys who are seeing the latter part of his career, who might not have gotten to see Toronto Raptor Vince, New Jersey Net Vince, you might not know why that guy's a first ballot Hall of Famer compared to what you're seeing today from a totality standpoint. I always love a good comeback story. I think Americans do. I think people do. And I also think that we like to see somebody return to form, right? Um, as a battle rap fan, I wait for that for Charlie. Like, for example, when I got that performance he delivered in Miami versus Easy the Block Captain. It's like, here we go. Here we go. Charlie heard us. Charlie about to care again. Charlie about to make a run. And you know, the inconsistency woes have continued to hinder Charlie. The freestyle bug has continued to hinder Charlie from being as great as we all know him to be. Does he have moments? Yes, here and there. Is it the standard that we hold him to? No, and that's just the part I want him to understand. Man, we hold you and held you to a very high standard because of the work you put in. That's a privilege, Charlie. To be one of the GOATs, that's a privilege. So I think when you hear me be critical of you, you look at it like I'm hating on you or I'm talking down on you or I don't talk about your accolades enough. Well, I think your run and your heyday is far enough back now to where now we're grading you on this part of your career, which hasn't been as good as your prime. But I do believe that you possess the ability to reach the pinnacle again and actually be the Charlie Clips consistently that we know you to be. But that's up to Charlie to care. And somebody like Mike P, he's preying on that. As a competitor, he's sitting back and he's preying on that. You know what Mike P's saying? I dare Charlie to play. I dare him to play. So Charlie has a choice to make. What Charlie are we getting? Respectfully. I hope it's that you're going to get it in the worst way. From now on, whatever date is national, what the happened to surf. I'm hoping we get that, Charlie. And in my opinion, if we do, it will be a special battle because I do believe that Mike P is looking at this battle like an important matchup. And he should. Mike P needs a big win. He could use a big win. So could Charlie. So could Charlie. Speaking of big wins, it's another battle, kind of very similar to this one. Geechi Gotti 40 bars. You know, 40. Some remnants of what I said to Charlie also trickle down to you. You are also somebody with a first ballot Hall of Fame career resume. You are also somebody who revolutionized female battle rap in your own way. You were the face of it at a time. You held the crown at a time. Rightfully so, you earned it. And that's not to be undermined or forgotten about. But with all that being said, in the latter few years, consistency and incomplete rounds have hindered you. We are ready to see 40 care again. That's what we want to see as fans. Because a 40 that cares, play with her if you dare. Right? A 40 that care, play with her if you dare. 40 has a unique style. 40's original. 40 doesn't sound like anybody. She has her own sound. And that's always refreshing when it's elite. Originality. Something that you feel like you can't hear anywhere else but here. It's the only person who can deliver this type of it. She possesses that. She's got to give a F. You know, sometimes I look at a battle rapper and I question, do they love it anymore? Do they love the sport? Do they still have that same fire? Do they have that same fight? And it's tough to. The battle rap culture, the temperament of it shifts. And sometimes it affects battle rappers negatively. You know, you fall out of love with something, it's hard to be devoted to it. Right? But then I always ask myself, why not just take a break if that's the case? Why not take some time off? See if you really are out of love with it. Right? Maybe 6 months, a year. If you don't miss it, you know, there's your answer. You know, sometimes I feel like battlers feel like they can't do that. They, you know, maybe they don't want to be forgotten about or whatever the case may be. Maybe it's financial, could be a bunch of reasons. Not projecting any of that on 40. I'm just giving you a insight on how I look at battle rappers when I see them battle at an elite level for so long and then fall into a prolonged slump where you start questioning, is this the new them, right? And 40 has the answers to all those questions. And how can she answer? Well, kicking Geechi Gotti's ass. And what incentive does Geechi have? Well, he's almost accomplished everything you can accomplish in battle rap in the shortest period of time. What a special career he's had in the shortest period of time. He can stop today and he's already solidified forever. He also, though, and not long enough, he hasn't been doing it long enough, but sometimes also Geechi has a I don't give a F attitude, right? Only thing I dislike about Geechi's game, because he's flawless in a lot of areas. When he don't care, he can't hide it. Right? When Geechi don't care that much, he don't have a good ability to hide it. It bleeds off of him. I think you elites don't know that, because he's not the only person with this problem. But I think the super elite battle rappers don't understand that we view you in such a way that when it's a complete, like, not a good reflection of what we've seen, it's like, it oozes, I don't care. That's my only problem with Geechi. But when he cares, it's a show. You know, he cared versus Hitman. Put on a show. He cared versus Easy. He put on a show. You know, he cared versus Rosenberg. Battle Academy. Go check that battle out. We had a good battle. He put on the show. Right? Two special battlers who just got to answer some questions. 40's got more questions to answer than Geechi, though. Because Geechi's also a light switch battler. He's a light switch battler. I told him that in Atlanta last time I saw him. He can hit the light switch when he wants. Does 40 still have the ability to hit the light switch? That's the question that she needs to answer. And we're going to get the answers this weekend in Houston at Apollo. If your friends won't tell you, Frozy will. That wraps up episode 2 of the lead up. Make sure you go get your pay-per-view. The event is this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Remember, we got press conference, face-offs, and a few battles not on the card that will be airing live on Friday at the TBL press conference. Don't miss history.